Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God.
Explore the supernatural right here at the top of the show and bring out one of those Ouija boards. Let's see, scoop the fuzz.
Suspense! Okay, enough spook, let's get into it. You've seen it, you've heard of it, some of you even laid hands on it, the Ouija board. Like, how did a chunk of wood with ABCs and numbers go mega viral and sink its claws into pop culture? Movies, shows, games.
Wait a minute, did you do that?
I didn't do anything.
It's moving again.
You can't scroll 2 seconds without it popping up. I'm so paranoid I don't even trust my own keyboard now. It's glowing, it's sus straight up demon RGB. And get this, I couldn't find a single person with the last name Ouija. I legit thought it was named after its creator. The word itself doesn't cleanly translate anywhere. So who's pulling the strings here? Who cooked up a tool that supposedly links the living to whatever's on the other side? There he is, Elijah Jefferson Bond, the guy who actually patented the spirit board. And no, he wasn't a medium or a psychic, he was a lawyer well off and reportedly a Mason. But that's not today's rabbit hole. Also, his grave, low-key stylish. Still, why would a respectable family man file a patent for a séance board? Digging through archives, I found a piece published 5 years earlier. The new talking board, no byline, just a how-to. We'll circle back. Enter Charles W. Kennard, a fertilizer salesman turned businessman, likely a Mason and an acquaintance of Bond. He shows Bond the article, Bond files the patent, and that same year the rights land at Kennard Novelty Co. Boom, the Ouija board hits production. As for that mystery article, who wrote it? Honestly, not the point. What matters is that the late 1800s were obsessed with spiritualism. From China's two-handled spirit-writing stick-tracing characters in sand, to the Fox Sisters spirit raps people kept inventing better ways to talk to the other side. The pencil-on-a-board contraptions, slow and messy. A flat board with letters, cheap, simple, theatrical. Of course, a DIY guide showed up sooner or later. But seriously, how does this thing even work? How can a flat piece of wood with letters suddenly start moving on its own? And no, I'm not talking about psychics or self-proclaimed mediums. Those folks will do anything to cash in. I'm talking about regular people, families, kids, and yet the Ouija board flew off the shelves. I dug up photos from back then and it's wild. Evening gatherings, candles lit, mom, dad, and the kids all huddled around the board, chatting with spirits. Even the original Ouija box shows the same wholesome family seance right on the cover. And here's the kicker. The board really can move without you realizing you're doing it. It can spell words, even full sentences. Doesn't matter if you believe in ghosts, your hands will start gliding over the board anyway, and you can't stop it. Okay, 90% of the time it's just your idiot friend pushing the planchette while swearing, "Bro, it's not me," but there's a scientific reason behind the mystery. Psychologists ran experiments. In one, a girl asked if her late father was happy. The board spelled out a clear yes, but when the same group was blindfolded with sleep masks, suddenly the ghosts couldn't hit a single letter, like the spirits had stage fright, or maybe just terrible aim. What was actually happening? The ideomotor effect. That's when your body makes tiny movements without you realizing it. Think of tossing and turning in your sleep, scribbling while daydreaming, tapping your foot to music, or, perfect example, a pendulum swinging in your hand. Here's a DIY test. Tie a string around a nut, a ring, or even a pebble. Tell yourself, clockwise means yes, counterclockwise means no. Watch what happens. You'll swear you're not moving it, but it will move. And if you record it on camera without looking, on playback you'll see it swinging randomly, exactly like in the Ouija experiments. Researchers even tracked people's eye movements during sessions. Turns out right before the planchette moves, the participants are already glancing at the next letter. Translation? It's not the dead, it's your subconscious doing the talking. You're basically asking yourself questions, and your brain gives the answers you secretly want. And maybe that's how the word Ouija itself was chosen, during one of these early sessions by letting the board decide. That's also why these boards became so popular. In a chaotic world, people crave answers. Some wanted closure, reassurance that a lost loved one was okay. For others, it was a kind of therapy. Of course, there were darker stories, killers and criminals who blamed the Ouija board for their actions. But come on, that's just a pathetic excuse to dodge responsibility. I'm not going to glorify them here. You can look those up if you want. Naturally, writers in Hollywood couldn't resist. They turned a simple parlor game into a cursed artifact. Meanwhile, in real life, the rights to the Ouija board belonged to Hasbro. Yep, the same folks who gave us Monopoly. In the 90s, they even ran kids' commercials where smiling teens asked the spirits,
Is Jake gonna ask me to the dance?
How old will I be when I
Get a car?
Good job.
go out with Adam?
Get a tattoo?
Eat bacon?
Got questions? Don't be left in the dark. New glow-in-the-dark Ouija.
Should I do my homework? Will I get invited to the party?
You're moving it. No, I'm not. You're moving it. You're moving it. Would you just quiet? I'm trying to concentrate here. And I'm not moving it. You're moving it.
So, yeah, at the end of the day, the Ouija board is less of a demonic gateway and more of a quirky board game with a spooky reputation, one that movies cranked up to 11. Hope you enjoyed this dive into spirit talking history. Smash that like button, subscribe, and stick around, because the weird stuff, we're just getting started.